Welcome back to Living 808 as we are tracking moisture from former tropical cyclone Fernanda this week. It is a good reminder to make sure your home is safe and stable during storm season. Structural Systems joins us with more on that.
All right, you guys, we are dressed up. I mean, this is your normal work attire, but for me, I am ready to go because I am on an active work site here with Structural Systems. And of course, I'm joined by Johnny. Aloha.
Aloha, how you doing?
I'm doing good because excited to be talking about this. It's really top of mind for everyone, or at least should be, because it's storm season. And there are a lot of problems that can happen during storm season for homes. So let's talk about it. What are some of the common ones?
On my last segment, we talked about gutters, downspouts, and how to maintain them. Oftentimes, even if you maintain these systems, water is still going to find the path of least resistance. It's a powerful force. In this situation, water has sat in the soil. We have very expansive soils in Hawaii. Most of our customers that call us have medium to high expansive soils. 90 to 95% of settlement is due to water. You pair that with soft soils, you're going to get an expansion and contraction rate, and the house will settle. In this particular home, in some areas, we have about 3 inches of settlement. So the way to combat that is to do a deep foundation system that, of course, will be recommended by an engineering firm.
Okay, so in this particular house, which is gorgeous, what is happening? I mean, I guess you're stabilizing it. How are you doing that?
The analysis came out with a micropile system, which is right behind Kelly and I. So the micropile system is an excellent system to bypass all the soft soil. So typically the soft soils are in the first 2 layers of the subsurface of the home. And we want to try to penetrate those soft soils and get to what we call substantial soil, dense soils, or bedrock. In this particular situation, we're going to go 10 feet minimum. We're going to drive these micropiles with this, what we call an MME drill. And we're going to drive it once again to 10 feet. Once we've driven the micropiles to 10 feet, we'll then grout it. Once the application is complete with the grouting, we'll then put what we call a bracket underneath the slab-on-grade foundation, and in some areas create a new footing and lift accordingly. What we do is we transfer the load off the soft soils and take the pressure off the house, and that completes your underpinning process with micropiles.
All right. That sounds like a very elaborate process, but what are some of the advantages of doing it that way?
So the advantage is preserving the home. When I say preserving the home, to get the top dollar if you're trying to sell the property, if you want to will it to your family or kids, take the worry and guessing game that your house is not fixed. We all know that having that worry of not having your house fixed, and whether you're having friends over and get that thorn out of your side, you're now preserve the property and the value of the home. So that's one of the most important things. And again, you know, most people, if they're not selling it, they want to pass it down to family, and it takes the burden off of them.
Yeah, they want to make sure that the home that they're passing along is going to be livable and safe.
Absolutely.
Okay, and there were some big signs that the homeowners saw that they knew they needed to call Structural Systems. So let's go check out some of those signs.
Absolutely, let's go. So this is the crawl space of the customer's home, and the customer noticed there were some issues, foundation issues, of course. One of the telltale signs is on a crawl space, you have shifting of the existing concrete pad. We call this the tofu block, and underneath it is the concrete pier.
Oh, wow. So where is that block supposed to be?
As you can see, it's shifted a little bit, so it's supposed to be centered. Soil erosion and movement of the soil allowed the post or the actual concrete pier to move, and so it's not centered.
Yeah, pretty significantly, too.
Yep.
Okay, what were some of the other signs that they saw?
Well, certain signs, just in general, it could be these overhead girders or beams. We call it carrier beams. It could tilt from side to side and not straight. Some of the CMU blocks, you'll have cracks on the separation or on the grout lines. There's a little bit over there in that corner. Inside the house, you'll see cracking on the drywall, especially vertical, horizontal. You'll see it on the ceiling. You'll see some cracks on the outside of the home as well. But typically, you'll see some type of movement or sloping floors, uneven floors inside the house. That'll give the customers an inclination that there's shifting or settling. Last but not least, the big signs are doors not sticking or doors not opening and closing properly, and windows sticking. So those are probably the biggest ones.
Okay, and if people do notice that and they have seen the signs of shifting, how do we get in contact with you? What's the best way?
You can reach us at ssihawaii.com or call us at 808-845-2474. Make sure you ask for Johnny.
Yes, ask for Johnny. And again, we'll have all that info on our website as well. But if you're noticing any of these signs, make sure you call the professionals and they'll come out and do an assessment. Thanks so much for having me out here.
Thanks, Kelly.
I know, I appreciate you guys making me an employee-ish for the day. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
So cool. I want to wear a hard hat.
You know, they're so good. Like, they're doing stuff that's so innovative.
Yeah.
I've been on a couple of the job sites, and it's crazy how much they're actually saving people's property. I mean, we literally live on lava rock.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to say that that stuff doesn't shift over time would be ridiculous. It does, and they're saving property. They're actually helping save a lot of money.
Especially in Hawaii, where, you know, where we're no strangers to natural disasters. So definitely check out Structural Systems. If you have any questions, they're definitely, you know, very knowledgeable, and then they can answer all of your questions.
Yeah, it's a good time to go talk to them too, especially with the rainy season. You know, December is always rainy here.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's with storms and everything else.
Right.